So I got a couple comments on Instagram and also on my YouTube channel about how my shoulders, okay, my deltoids have been increasing in size, okay, and they're a lot rounder. The last time I got a body scan at the gym, the personal trainer working there, he says, yeah, your deltoids are a lot more capped. And so like I said, a lot of people have been noticing that my shoulders have gotten bigger. And I got a request or two on YouTube to do a video about how I increased my shoulder size. And I kind of put it off for too long, but here's the video, okay? I want to talk about actually how little I do for my shoulders and the fact that I don't really do any direct work for my shoulders, okay? So here is what I've been doing using calisthenics to increase the size of my shoulders, my deltoids, okay? First of all, I do a lot of handstands, okay? I work out every day, but 4 days a week I do weighted calisthenics, okay? And on those 4 days in the morning, when I'm doing my morning cardio, I do a lot of static holds, and I always start with freestanding handstands, okay? Basically what I do is I set a timer to go off after a minute, so I just get up into the handstand position, hold it as long as I can. If I go down, I get right back up again. I do that for a minute. Then I take a minute break, and then I go for another minute, okay? Obviously, what you want to do is get into a perfect vertical handstand, stay there for a minute. I haven't done that yet. I'll probably do like 20, 30 seconds, and then I'll go down, and then I'll get up again. But the bottom line is that is, I think, an excellent movement for agility. I'm 43. How many 43-year-olds do you see running around doing handstands? I'm just getting better and better. So imagine when I'm like 50, 60, 70 years old doing handstands. I'm obviously going to be able to carry my groceries from, the shopping cart into my car or whatever if I could do a damn handstand for a minute, okay? So it's primarily an agility exercise, a balance exercise, a body awareness exercise, but it really does work your shoulders, okay? Then I go into my actual static holds, okay? And what I do is I do a one-armed handstand against a wall for a minute. Then I immediately do the other arm for a minute, and then I immediately do both arms for a minute. So it's 3 minutes in a row. And I switch out which arm I do first. So Monday and Thursday, I'll go right, left, both hands. And then Tuesday and Friday, I'll do left, right, both hands. Because obviously, if I do right arm first, then I have a minute break on my left arm, but my poor left shoulder has to go a minute on one arm and then a minute on two arms. So I always switch up which I do first, which I do second. And that actually does work your shoulder a lot harder than you really would think, okay? That is honestly probably the only really kind of direct, even though it's an isometric static static exercise. That's the only real direct exercise I actually do for my shoulders. And like I said, I've gotten really, really good results, I believe, in my shoulders, okay? And the other exercise that I do that hits my shoulders is, believe it or not, dips, okay? I used to do a lot of dips. Then I went over to doing a lot of ring dips. Now I'm doing a lot of weighted dips, okay? I'm doing weighted dips for 2 sets of 5 with 155 pounds, okay? My goal is 180 pounds additional weight. Right now I'm on 155. Honestly, I keep saying to people like, if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd probably be one of the strongest people they've ever seen, because nobody sees people doing, 3 plates plus 2 tens and doing dips for reps with that, However, there are people like Adam Raw who are doing that with 500,000 pounds. I mean, they're just monsters. So I guess I have a lot to work on, but still, like I said, that is the only dynamic exercise where I move my body that I do that affects my shoulders. Yes, it's a chest exercise. Yes, it's a tricep exercise, but you're pushing with your shoulders as well. And like I said, my shoulders have really swollen up a lot. So what I want to say is I am not where I want to be, okay? I'm got a long way to go. I've got a lot of goals that I want to hit. But the fact of the matter is I'm already in good shape. I'm already looking pretty good, and I'm not anywhere near some of my goals. So what I want to tell the people out there who are not even as far along as I am, okay, is by doing a little bit and by accomplishing a little bit, you are going to be very far along towards not necessarily achieving your goals, but having achieved something. Like I said, for a guy who doesn't even do any serious shoulder work, I've got some serious shoulders. So imagine what's going to happen when I start doing some serious handstand push-ups, full range handstand push-ups, maybe throw some kind of weight on and do weighted full range handstand push-ups, which is way off in the future, but I'm already looking good. Imagine how I'm going to look then, but I'm already enjoying how I look now. And that's what I'm trying to say to the people who are watching this that, like I said, aren't as far along as I am. If you're obese and you go down to being overweight, it's going to be a huge change in, your body chemistry in terms of, diabetes, heart problems, etc., high blood pressure. It's going to be a huge change in terms of, the problems with your joints, your knees, your ankles, your back. It's going to be a huge change in terms of being able to buy clothes and not having to have specially made clothes. It's going to be a huge change in terms of the way people look at you, the way society perceives you. And then if you go from overweight to, slightly overweight or, normal, it's going to be another huge change. You'll be able to buy clothes anywhere. You might be able to throw your diabetes or your blood pressure medicine out the window. I mean, don't do that, obviously, until your doctor says so. But by losing weight, you're just going to get better and better and better. Just like I said, from going from obese to overweight, overweight to, normal or slightly overweight, normal or slightly overweight to looking fit, from looking fit to looking really athletic. You don't have to be 0% body fat and have a ripped 12-pack to be looking better and feeling better about yourself. Every little step of the way, you really, like I said, your whole life improves. So that's what I'm trying to say. For the people who are curious about what I exactly do to get my shoulders big, that's all that I'm doing at this point in my life to get my shoulders big, and it's obviously working. And also, like I said, for the people who aren't as far along as I am, please remember that you are going to enjoy the process. The fitter you get, the more you enjoy yourself, the happier you are, which motivates you to get fitter, which makes you happier, which you enjoy even more, which motivates you to get even fitter. So like I said, it's right now, wherever you are, just take a tiny little step. This tiny little amount of effort will get huge results for you in the beginning. You'll feel a lot better. And like I said, every step of the way, you'll just improve and improve and improve. You don't have to be at your end goal to be happy. You should be happy the entire way and get happier and more motivated to reach your end goal.